Hi everyone, thanks for joining our Over the Edge virtual kickoff. This year we're racing to the edge during the Coke Zero Sugar 400 race weekend in Daytona. This will be my 6th time going over the edge, and I'm so passionate about this year's event because it truly shows how our community can come together to help kids. You've taken the first big step towards helping children with special health care needs. I promise if you haven't done this before, going over the edge will feel like an awesome accomplishment, and it feels pretty good knowing you're helping kids in need also.
Well, what a wonderful welcome video from Rusty Wallace. Thank you all so much for joining us today. My name is Jessica and I'm with the NASCAR Foundation. We're a nonprofit that serves children's healthcare and wellness needs here in Daytona Beach and nationwide. And I've also got Steph with me.
Hi there, I'm Stephanie Ford with Easter Seals, Northeast Central Florida. We serve children with disabilities in Volusia and the surrounding counties.
Awesome. And so Steph and I are your over the edge go-to gurus. And this is a bit out of our comfort zone doing this Zoom chat, but isn't that what Over the Edge is all about? For those of you who aren't familiar with our event, where have you been? This is our 4th annual event, and this year we're doing it during our August NASCAR race. And we're challenging the community to race to the edge for the kids. But what does that even mean, Steph?
Well, the children we serve face adversity every day, and they often do it with a smile on their face. So Over the Edge is an opportunity to face an intimidating task and for you guys to be brave for these amazing children that we serve. And you can do this by doing a little bit of fundraising and getting to rappel off the International Motorsports Center, that big glass building that's across the street from the track. It's 102 feet high, 8 stories down, and we know that you guys can do it.
So each brave rappeller to meet their $1,000 fundraising goal will earn their spots on the rope. And for some of you, that might be more intimidating than rappelling itself. Thankfully, you have me and Steph to help, and throughout the entire process, we'll be giving you tips and tricks through newsletters, personal phone calls, personal emails, all through the entire thing. We'll also be giving you incentives along the way. And ring the bell, our first incentive today is just for joining. You're going to be put into a drawing for a mission fun pack that will include NASCAR Foundation and Easter Seals gear. That's a mouthful. So just for coming on today, you'll be part of that drawing. And anyone who signs up within the next 24 hours will get a $200 race to the edge. So that bonus will start your fundraising off with a $200 cushion. So that means you only have to fundraise $800 to get to your goal. That's awesome. And I will not be offended if you click on over, open a new screen, and go to DAYTONAOverTheEdge.org to sign up right now, because that cushion is only going to be for the next 24 hours. So make sure, I will not be offended. I know Steph and I are very captivating, but please go over to DAYTONAOverTheEdge.org and sign up right now.
Jess, is that good for anyone that signs up today? Even if they're not on the call?
Even if they're not on the call, you can sign up. So if you have friends, family, colleagues that want to sign up and haven't yet, go ahead and do that today and you'll get that $200 cushion. Yeah. So looks like we have a handful of alumni and a handful of non-alumni. For those of you who are alumni and showing a screen, raise your hand. And if you are an alumni, could you type in the chat for us if you're alum? Looks like a lot of alum. Jen, she's an alum. Dave, I know you are. Steve, Mr. Alum over there. Nicole, awesome. Well, great. Someone I know who is not an alum is our first guest today, Chris. Steph, would you like to introduce him?
Absolutely. So we have Chris Cardino here with us today. Chris is not only a first-time edger, he is a rock star fundraiser. He's already reached his $1,000 goal, so he's going to share a little bit about that. And he is also the parent of Evan, who is one of our Easter Seals ambassadors this year. So Chris, we would love to hear from you and tell us a little bit about Evan and why you're going over the edge.
So Evan is my second son. He was diagnosed around 3 years old. He is still 3. I'm sorry, just turned 4. He is a bundle of joy. He is a crazy little man. He loves WWF jumping off the couch and scares us constantly. But we noticed some stuff when he was younger, and we had a lot of help through early steps, and then early steps led us over to Easter Seals, where we were able to get some testing done, and we found out that Evan was autistic. So with tons of help with a lot of our therapists, we have Dorothy helped us with the play project. We have Miss Gabby for speech and Miss Alessa for occupational therapy. We're also starting ABA therapy. Evan has come so far, and it's so amazing. It's actually tear-jerking. But he's so awesome. He's was nonverbal, but he's getting there. He talks to us a lot more. He loves to say Shrek because that's his favorite movie. But sorry, wasn't really ready to do that. But he's very special, and his therapist thought he could be a great ambassador. So when that happened and we went to the Over the Edge last time, I saw that, I was like, this looks really cool. So I figured he does this stuff every day. He goes to therapies, and why not I take a shot to try to help.
That's awesome. Well, yes, Evan is a pretty special kid. I've definitely had the chance to meet him and hang out with him, and he is so much fun. He's got a lot of energy. So Chris, you've also reached your fundraising goal, and tell us when you signed up, like basically around when you started raising money, and about how long it took you to get to your $1,000.
Well, we signed up, I think it was January 3rd, and then it was a Thursday or Friday, and I put it out over social media. I'm actually very lucky because with my work, I work with a lot of marketing people. So we were able to spread the word quickly, and we got a good little bump right there in the first couple of weeks, which was nice. The new year came through. People were just like, still feeling all happy from the holidays and things like that. So I kind of stepped back and put it out every once in a while, but I think I really tried to target when income tax checks were coming back. I was like, hey, people don't mind spending $5, $10, $15. Hey, we just got some money. So I really shot for that. I got to give a very big shout out to my family and my friends for helping, and my medical community that I work with, a lot of my accounts and people that I work with on a daily basis help spread the word as well as donating. So, it's just social media, just getting out there. Some people are hesitant about asking people for money, but the way I look at it was it's $5, $10. Instead of buying 2 coffees this week, why not help a child in need? Help give these kids the extra that they need, and help these parents get their kids to get that extra. And that's the approach I took, and it worked out for me. And I hope everybody can get to their goal. That's the major thing here. Once again, it's not about us; it's about giving back and us trying to do what we can to help out. And I think that's what's really cool about this whole Over the Edge.
Awesome. And I love what you said that, some people were just giving $5 or $10. It all those little amounts add up. And
oh yeah.
So that's great. People are just kind of doing what they can. So it's awesome what you're doing obviously for Evan and for all the other kids out there with the special healthcare needs as well. And then, so Chris, have you ever done anything adventurous like this before? Or are you a little bit nervous about the height, or are you kind of a risk taker?
So when I was younger, I had a couple motorcycles, which I was very dangerous on. But they were on the ground, so I didn't mind that. I did zip line through the rainforest on our honeymoon, but it was more me calming my wife down the entire time, so I really didn't get to enjoy it as much as I wanted to. But I am a little scared of heights. I think I'm more scared about that initial, let's go, that part of it. Plus, I have an older brother, and like all other older brothers do, they really like to mess with you. And he was in military school, and they used to have to do the over the edge stuff all the time. So he, of course, scared the crap out of me and told me how scary it was. So, of course, now I kind of want to do it to rub it in his face, but that's what brothers do. So I'm very,
Sounds like you may need to challenge him to come do it with you.
He's in Michigan,
that's a
or
great
he
idea.
would be doing it. But I'm gonna try to get him to come down next year, make his vacation for that time. But I'm really excited. I'm really happy about overcoming a little bit. I have a fear of coming to the edge of a height. I'm not afraid of heights, but being on the edge, I am. So I'm a little scared, but I'm pumped and ready to do it. And like I said, it's not for me; it's for these kids. So
Awesome. Does anybody else have any quick questions for Chris that you want to jump on and ask or type out in the chats? If anybody has a question for him, or we can also come back if you've got a question that comes up later.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
awesome. Well, thanks so much, Chris.
you,
And
guys.
so we, Steph and I did a little something silly for you guys for this virtual kickoff. We actually have some over the edge gear that consists of a harness, a helmet, and some gloves. We thought it would be fun to do a gear challenge for your entertainment. So what I want you to do is go ahead and in the chat, write or type in who you think is going to win between me and Steph in a head-to-head gear challenge. And one person who guesses the right person will get a prize. So I'll give you a second to type in your guess. I hope a lot of people say me. No prize.
No, Jess is getting a lot of votes already.
Woo, woo. So I'll give everyone a minute to put that up while I share my screen in preparation for the video. I can't see the chat anymore, so now's the time to vote for Steph. Steph, will you let me know when most people are in so I can start the video?
I will.
Awesome.
I'm just reading how many people are voting for me. I got a lot more. They must have felt that.
That's fine.
Okay, looks like we got quite a few people back. I think everybody's back.
Okay, here we go. Thank you very much. It was close. It was close.
Hey, Jess, I don't know. I couldn't see the video play.
Oh no. Did everyone see the video? Nobody saw it? Oh no.
We'll have to take your word for
My
it.
reaction to watching the video. Let's try it again. Okay. We are sharing. And here it comes one more time. Oh, now you know who won.
Okay, we see it now.
Oh God.
Nice job.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Dewey won.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Do we? So let's see who voted for me. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of you voted for Steph. I'm not taking it personally. So the winner goes to Travis, voting against your wife. Oh my God.
He knows how long it takes me to get ready.
So you'll be
I
getting,
filmed that, so I knew it took her a while.
that'll be coming your way, Travis. Thanks for the vote. So our next guest is actually someone who probably frowned upon all of that shenanigan we just did. It's Jeff Martin, our team lead from Over the Edge. Jeff, hello, welcome.
Hey everybody, how are you doing?
Great.
And I will say that my one takeaway from that is I'm glad I have Nina in staging.
Yes.
You guys did great, but I think Steph, I think you did just ease her out just by a second or two. So
It was close.
You guys, I'm looking forward to this. You guys have any direct questions for me?
Yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about your history with Over the Edge?
That's a long story. I'm starting in my 10th full season with them. I've been a lead tech with them now for about at 6 years. I probably have close to 100 events under my belt total. My number one partner is my wife, and she travels with me a lot and comes out and does staging for me. And I'm here honestly because of you guys. When I started with Over the Edge 10 years ago, it was fun. My history is I'm a repeller by sport. I've been doing rope work for over 30 years myself personally. I go down in dark, deep holes, and I adventure in places nobody goes, and I do it from the end of a rope. So when somebody told me I could do it off a building and not go to jail, I was like all over that. So I jumped on top of it. And then within a year of working with Over the Edge, I learned the company. I learned what it meant and the way they did business. And then I met all of you wonderful people from so many wonderful charities through the years. And it just became a way to give back. I mean, it's one of those things to where Over the Edge is a company that is a fee-based company. So there's not that stigma of taking a percentage of every dollar you earn. So for me, that encompasses more of the giving back. Over the Edge has reached their $100 million mark for nonprofits in 11 years. So that means a lot to me as well. I know a lot of money's gone back into nonprofits with my assistance.
That's fantastic. So when you say staging, what does that mean? For those of the viewers with us that haven't been to an Over the Edge event, could you walk us through the basics?
Yeah, you'll go in and you'll register and sign your waiver or check in, whichever one it is, and you'll come into the next room, which is we call staging. That's where my staging manager gets you in your harness, gives you all your gear, tries to put your nervousness at bay, and they basically that's the first step in the process. And from there, you'll go to the roof, you go into a training. And from training, basically they go through the basic operation of the gear. You might slide down the rope a foot or two, but it gives you the ability to understand how the gear works. And then you walk over to the edge with me, and we have a wonderful team of volunteers. I can't speak enough about those men and women that help us. They're truly incredible. And between themselves and me, or them and myself, we managed to talk everybody over the edge. I think for you guys, I had one young lady that couldn't do it, and bless her heart, she tried like 4 or 5 times before she finally said no. But other than that, we pride ourselves in everybody going down that building. Even Chris, you that's little bit scared of the edge, it's all good. We all are locked in. Everybody's clipped in. You've all got a lead, so nobody goes near that edge without my permission or a lead on you. And ask Jess; she'll tell you. I almost tackle you if you go near my edge. Yeah.
He runs a tight ship up there on the roof. So how important is safety to you? I know some people might be a little reluctant with the whole rappelling situation. So,
No, safety is number one. That's the first thing. We can't do it without that. Then we have a zero margin for error, and we pride ourselves in our ability to have a 100% success rate and safety rating. We really, I can't say it enough. The goal is to have fun. It's all about the edger at that moment. You guys have raised your money. You're there to experience, some of you for the first time, something you've never done before. So my goal is to make sure that you walk away with that, with some of the fondest memories you have, and I will do it as safely as I can. But know in your mind that no matter how much I'm smiling or how much we're cutting up, safety is always number one in my mind. That's where we stand.
that's awesome. Does anybody have any questions for Jeff?
So Jeff, how many people went over the edge last year?
Oh, wow. That's not a number I've got, but I guarantee you, knowing how many events we did, probably close to 14,000.
Wow.
Yeah, we did. I think we cleared 150 events last year. I don't know the exact number, but if you just said each event did 100 people, I mean, that's the average. We have some big events that do close to 200 several day type rappels. So if you averaged it out, I think we would be close to 14,000.
So of all those events, you only had one person not do it?
I did last year. I pride myself. In the 6 years I have been a lead tech, I have had 5 people walk off my roof in 6 years in all my events. I pride myself in persuading people to take that leap of faith, as we call it, and lean back on those ropes. So,
Hey, Jeff,
yes, last year, only one last year.
Interesting.
I had a quick question for you. Thanks for all you do, by the way, first and foremost. But what is there a maximum height that you do with this program, or is it unlimited?
Well, our tallest building to date is the Rainier Tower out in Seattle, and it was right at 500 feet. We did one in Jersey City that was 475, and we did it for years.
Miss it.
My tallest building to date right now is in Raleigh, and it's I think 390. But our average on height has come down through the years, and I think our average height of the building right now is right about 250, in that range. And for me, that's actually a perfect building. 200 is pretty high. It gets you what you need, and gets you all of the adrenaline and all that kind of fun stuff, and it lets you experience it really well. So again, tallest building I've ever done is the New Jersey, like 470. So it's a long rappel.
How long does it take you to go down the building?
Average, probably about 10 minutes. Some people
wow.
a little longer. I mean, even your quick rappellers, because you do tire a little bit at that stage. So there is a midway point. Most people stop and shake their hands out and go back to rappel. The building we're at, the one Daytona, that's a wonderful building. It's a great height, and I think everybody gets everything they want. We have a beautiful backdrop of the racetrack right there. Just so y'all know, I'm a huge NASCAR fan, like the only one in our company. So I get anything NASCAR.
It's a nice perk for you.
It is a very nice perk.
And I have one last question. For the rappellers themselves, what are the limits in height and weight, if there are any?
We have the one I go by the most is our fit policy. You have to fit in the harness, meaning if you're too small and the harness won't fit on you because you're too small, I can't let you go. If you're too big and the harness won't go on you because you're too big, I can't let you go because it's a fit policy. Weight limits are 100 minimum, 300 maximum, but that's at my discretion because again, I have no scale on site, so I have to work with when I have. I think the youngest person I had go over on me so far was 11. She weighed 45 pounds. She raised $1,500 for her charity by herself, and I ended up lowering her. She didn't have enough
I remember
weight.
that one.
No, that's right. She was not heavy enough to slide down the rope, so we literally had to end up letting her down the building. So, but she was going, and she raised all that money on her own. So couldn't argue
That's
that.
awesome. And do we have any other questions for Jeff? We've had some really great questions. Thank you guys for participating. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. And
You're very welcome.
so the next bit we're going to be introducing is our new Repeller only area of the website. So a lot of you all are alumni, but for those of you who are not, let me go ahead and try to share my screen again. Let me know if you can't see what I'm talking about, because that will be,
And I just want to mention, Jess, real quick, we've already had 4 new Edgers sign up. So thank you guys for jumping on and getting registered. Super exciting. Thank you guys.
That's great. So this is our DaytonaOverTheEdge.org website. If you come up to the top right corner, we have a new Repeller Zone button. And this is your go-to for tips and tricks on fundraising and any sort of important information that you need. We're gonna put it in this Repeller Zone. So I'm gonna just kind of breeze through this because I know some of you all are dialed in on your cell phones, and this is itty bitty on your phone. But the most important part, I love this top new incentive step level we've got going on. So this year we've added a few incentives to our Over the Edge event. So at $1,000, you'll earn your spot to go over the edge. Once you hit 1,500, you'll receive 2 tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 race. If you reach $2,500, you'll be entered to win a 2021 Daytona 500 experience for 2, which is completely insane and amazing. And our top 4 fundraisers are going to have a one-of-a-kind experience. Those details are soon to come, but the little graphic there gives you a little bit of a clue. If you see the graphic, I hope it's not this big on your phone. If you scroll down, we've got our welcome packet here, which is super important, and that'll be going out to the repellers that have already signed up sometime tonight or tomorrow. And then we've got some fun tabs here where this one says raising $1,000 the easy way. And it's just a nice infographic on ideas on how you can make your $1,000 goal. And for those of you who sign up today, it's only an $800 goal. So you've already got that cushion. We've got a ton of fundraising tips. We'll continue to update this as we move along in our process. And please, please, please take some time to go to DaytonaOverTheEdge.org and click on the Repeller Zone so that you can check all of this great information out. All right, let me stop my share. Awesome. Great. Well, yes.
Steph, just to clarify, it's anybody that signs up today, right? Not just
within the 24 hours. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
They don't have to be on the call. You can share the links with your friends, your family, whoever you want. If they've been on the fence, this would be the perfect time to sign up because they will get that $200 cushion.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome. Any questions on the new incentives or the website or anything? No? Okay. Well, awesome. Our final guest today, Jeremy, if you want to go ahead and share your screen. Great. Our final guest today is NASCAR driver and Over the Edge alum, Jeremy Clemens. Jeremy drives the number 51 Chevy and is a full-time NASCAR Xfinity Series driver. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for joining us today. Let me unmute you so we can hear you. How are you?
Hey there. I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to share my screen again. I've got some awesome pictures of Jeremy from last year going over. So let me pull that up. But while I do that, what was it like for you going over the edge last year?
Oh, I loved it. I've done it both times, and it's a great adrenaline rush for me, and even gives me a little bit of a thrill. So even though I get to, go 200 miles an hour a lot of weekends, so anytime I can give back to the community and do something fun too. Well, that's a cool picture. It's just a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully doing it in Daytona. I think it's great that it's going to be is it going to be during the race week? Is that right?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. So yeah, I'll definitely be involved. So I can't wait. What building is it going to be at? I don't even know that actually.
It's going to be at the International Motorsports Center. It's the big glass building across the street from the track.
Oh, cool. Well, that's great. That'll be a really cool view. And yeah, every year, if you guys have it, I'll be there.
That's awesome. Well, ring the bell for Jeremy. He is joining us this year. That's awesome to hear. So what choose to get involved in our event?
Well, a couple years ago, I saw it was happening, and I was like, I wonder what I got to do to get involved in that. So just kind of asked around, and then we found out what we needed to do, raise the money to do it, and yeah, it was cool. I think I got to do it with I can't remember who I did it with the first year, but there's Ross Chastain with me there.
Yeah.
So another fellow competitor. So every year it seems like we get more and more people to do it with us, and I think we raise more and more money. And well, I don't remember, but wasn't it close to? I don't know the exact number last year, but it was close to 200,000 last year.
Our goal is always 200,000. I think in Charlotte we did. I don't know. Nicole might be able to help me with that. My brain is mush. In Daytona, we were at about 150,000 last year.
Wow, that's awesome.
We are continuing to grow and continuing to do the best we can every day for the kids. So you mentioned driving 200 miles an hour. How does this compare?
Well, it's a different kind of. I remember Ross there. He was a little nervous because he was a little scared of heights. So I don't know. It's a different kind of adrenaline rush, in my opinion. But I love going up there, and the view is just incredible. So and then you start down. It kind of feels like I don't know. It feels like you're kind of just falling a little bit. But I've been skydiving before, so I'm always looking for a thrill. And the taller the building, the better. I'm like, let's go to the real tall one, wherever that is. So I think that is that 10 stories, I think, something like that. But
yeah,
I was looking at the other ones. I was like, let's go to the bigger ones. That'd be even more fun. So yeah, it's just a different kind of rush, though. So I feel like people, if they give it a chance, they would really love it.
That's awesome. And that is perfect for my next question is, what kind of advice would you give people who are kind of on the fence or considering participating?
Well, there's a lot of good people that do this deal, and they check you over and over and make sure everything's right and safe, and really have nothing to worry about, in my opinion. So they do an amazing job making sure everything's good. And yeah, I mean, looking at that picture right there, you're just hanging over the building, and that's just as cool as it can be, and the view and of Uptown Charlotte there. So I would just say go for it, even if you are scared of heights. I mean, of course, you hear a lot of people are scared of heights, so just try it out, and it's for a good cause, and conquer your fear.
That's awesome.
Take the plunge.
Great advice. Do we have any questions out there for Jeremy? Feel free to unmute yourselves or share your video.
Bev Johnson, hey, Bev. I think that just popped up. This is my first Zoom experience, by the way. So
Oh, well, welcome.
I didn't know what I was doing at first, to be honest. So
well, thankfully it's nice and easy.
Yeah, it is. It is. I just I was like, how do I get the video to come up when I was first sitting there? So yeah, I didn't know. And then I just saw that little message pop up there. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of this a little bit.
Cool. Well, I have a question for you. Did you, when you were going over with Ross last year, did you win that race? Zooming down?
I did, yeah. I did. I think you had a picture there earlier, and I was definitely way ahead of him. But it was his first time, and like I said, he was a little nervous, it seemed like. So I beat him in that race anyway that day. So we're always trying to beat each other as competitors. But yeah, like I said, hopefully this year we'll get even more drivers to do it. And with it being right across the street from the Speedway, I don't see really what kind of excuses they can come up with not to do it.
Well, hopefully we can count on you to do a couple of little tugs for us.
Yeah, I'll mess with fellow drivers and work on them. I'm sure Matty D would do it, and Justin Allgaier. Those guys are really good guys too, and they always like to help out. But I think they've both done it, and yeah, we'll just start. We're starting pretty early this year, you know, so I think we'll have plenty of time to get more and more people.
Great. Well, does anybody else have any questions for Mr. Jeremy? I'm gonna go around the room. Awesome. Well, I thought it would be super fun if we could take a picture so that we can post this later on social. This can be kind of your kickstart to fundraising. So if everyone wants to share their screen right now, and we'll take a picture, we'll post this later on Over the Edge's page. Make sure to tag yourselves and then share it with all your friends and family so that they know what kind of great things you're doing and that you're participating in this awesome event. We're missing Travis, Anthony, Jolene. Do you guys want to show your screens, show yourselves so that we can take this picture? Oh God. Not share your screen, show your screen. What's happening? Unshare this. Steve, we're seeing your screen. Can you unshare your screen? Show your video.
I don't know. How do I do that?
Let me see if I can do it.
Like Jeremy, this is only my second time. It happened to be in the same week of using this.
I'm glad I'm not the only rookie.
Oh gosh.
I'm always a rookie, it seems.
Oh no. Oh God.
Shaker. Okay, at the top of your screen or somewhere you'll see like 6 little or 9, it looks like a tic-tac-toe board.
Here it is.
Click on that.
Okay.
Did you?
Did that work? Yep, I can do it again.
There should be a button that says stop sharing.
Yeah, I gotta be able to see it.
It's red. And it has a square in it.
Oh, there it is.
Perfect. All right, we're just waiting on Anthony. We'll give him a minute. And he just might miss his opportunity. Oh, here.
I mean, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what do I need to do?
Oh, share your screen or share your video.
Got it. Okay.
Thanks for joining us, Anthony. Oh, there
cool.
you are.
Okay.
Cool. So let me go ahead and see if I can screen. Everyone smile. Very good. Let's take a fun one. Woo! Katie, are you taking this? Yes. Cool. Well, hopefully we got a couple of good pictures. We will go ahead and post that on Facebook, and make sure to like it and share it and tag yourself. And I think that will be a really great jumpstart to everyone's fundraising, especially being able to share the screen with Jeremy. Thank you so much for coming. thank you so much for being here to represent the awesome Over the Edge team. And Chris, thank you once again for joining us and sharing your story, and continue to do great things. And we hope we can continue to serve kids like your son.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Awesome.
guys.
Well,
Don't
thanks
forget
so
to
much.
challenge your friends and everybody that signs up today or tomorrow. You have 24 hours to get that $200 bonus. So encourage your friends, challenge your family members or coworkers to go over the edge with you.
Is it, when is
Awesome.
it? Is it the 27th? Is that August 27th?
August 27th. Yes.
Just that
the
that
Thursday of
one
race
day?
week.
Is that Thursday?
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, if you want to stick around and if you have any questions, please feel free. If not, we will see you soon, and everyone stay safe. And thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thank
Thank you all.
you.
See you.
Thank you, Jeremy.